Yeah.
Whoa! Hi, internet.
Hello, friends. Welcome to a time of adventure, dice, and escaping the trials that the real world brings us. I'm here to make you feel things through imaginary characters and math rocks. All joking aside, this is first and foremost a safe place. You will all bear some part of our souls for the others to see, so things may get rough from time to time. What matters is that we all know and are willing to pump the brakes when the situation calls for it, though hopefully it isn't necessary. This tale we're about to tell mainly dances along the lines of grim dark and the hero's journey. Jesus. Adversaries may not be exactly as they seem, but not everything needs to end in a fight if you are resourceful. The world I bring you is cruel, but in the end I care about the person on the other side of the screen more than the 20s and the ones on the screen. I'm not a perfect DM. Such a thing does not exist. I've trekked. I will make mistakes, as surely as you will. If something doesn't seem right, we take a moment and we see how we can fix that wrong. Love you guys, and let's get back into Aberr Chronicles, Starlight Soliloquy.
Yay!
Let's
Yay!
go!
Yahoo!
Still missing one of our compatriots, Quinn. Herman will again be sort of a background character. Not that he typically had much to say, because he can't speak. Who wants to recount what happened a fortnight ago?
I think Thanos had the Infinity Stones, and then Jonesy got killed, and then
It was
brought
pretty
back to
cool.
life.
Yeah.
And Salvo dies.
I don't think that happened last week. I think it was just the Infinity Stone.
We went to a town that is not Whitefall. We went to Argon Heights to ask about the witch problem.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like,
Hag
which witch
problem.
problem? And we were like, the witch problem. The hag problem. And I think they told us there were several hags. And the hag that possibly sent dryads at us. Was it dryads?
It was a bad dryad and a bunch of skeleton boys and two
It was
harpies.
like a night hag or something?
Probably. It sounds accurate.
Yeah. Everyone was like, "Ooh, that's not good," but okay. There's like a coven of hags up in them hills.
Them dar hills.
Them wooded hills. And so we went to a traveling after that, I think. Was last session when we had AC and the Loon there, or am I misremembering?
Yeah, they did show up on the way to Argon Heights.
Yeah. We met our good new buddies on the way to an important meeting or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we asked them about the hags. They were like, "Ooh, yikes." Okay. Salvo knew a loon, and Salvo has a different voice when talking with a druid guy than the party.
I don't know what you're talking
That was
about.
a lot more put together, more highfalutin. Very, very strange, very sussy. Someone who remembers better details than me, please take from here, please.
That's so weird. No, I don't know what you guys are talking about, though.
Gabe out of character has no clue what we're talking about. It's only Salvo in character that knows.
I just go unconscious for the 2.5 hours you play D&D on Wednesdays.
Yeah. And Salvo just possesses your soul.
Exactly.
It's pretty terrifying to behold, actually.
Yes, we met Aloon and EC. Salvo knew Aloon and was speaking differently. I mentioned a different name that Aloon might know her by, and introduced the party to them. We asked a little bit about hags and what that could have been. We also had a fucked up dream Not all of us, but Salvo, Lucky, and Ron. What's your character's name? Thetis. Thank you. The three of us had a fucked up dream communion with the hags, who were like, "What's up? Why you got our shit?" And we're like, "Well, we want to protect the town that we're trying to help." And they're like, come to our lair and maybe we can talk about it.
Me and my sister saw you from across the continent and we really dig your vibe. You want to come back to our place?
And we were sussy about that, but then we put the fucked up thing. I forget what it specifically is, but it's like a fucked up hag thing, and we put it inside the bag of holding so they can't look at us.
Was it like an eye?
I don't remember what it was.
It was a marking carved into flesh.
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Okay, I remember now. And then after that, we parted ways with Alun and EC, and made our way to Argon Heights, where we met some people, including a monster hunter who hates the mayor or the guy in charge of the place, but once he found out we weren't with them, he was like, "Oh, come in," and I think that's around where we left off.
I think there's a lord and a mayor, but the mayor is hot, so nobody could hate the mayor.
Fact.
He hates Lord Argon, who's in the castle beyond Argon Heights. He doesn't hate the mayor.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the mayor's too hot for that.
He hated some figure of authority, okay?
Also, hate's a strong word. He was wary of the Lord.
Okay.
I'm also wary of
Aren't
Lord.
we
How does she
all?
make such good music? It's a mystery.
All right.
Anyways.
Just finishing up my pasta here.
We currently talking with the lumberjack, or did we finish that?
Yeah,
Lumberjack,
we're
monster hunter.
yeah, we're talking with the hunter guy.
Okay.
He invited us.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
invited us in.
Actually, the mayor's the lumberjack.
Oh, okay.
He was doing the Captain America wood splitting with no shirt on.
Good for him.
I believe you were cordially invited into the Monster Hunter's place to inquire further about the hag because you had questions. Because the mayor pointed you to the Monster Hunter, suggested maybe some of the town healers have traded with a Sister Haze, which is Hazel's human form. Hazel was the name of the night hag. Of course, the mayor doesn't know it's a hag.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the monster hunter, the
Was
healers.
Was Sister Hayes known to have like a profession or like a vocation that they knew her by, or was she just like some person that they knew?
She is a known like woman that sells medicinal.
She's like a medicine woman. Like okay.
She definitely sells weed. That's why Alun knew her.
Oh, dude, that's what I get it. Hayes makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, he pointed you towards the job board, towards the healers, and towards the Monster Hunter, and you guys picked the Monster Hunter first. Monster Hunter is about 8 foot tall, Minotaur man with hand axe. Talks a bit like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're gonna be entering this house, so that's where we're picking up. The inside of the house is decorated like wall to wall with like various sorts of trophies. large sort of taxidermied elk heads, just sort of like worthy spoils of the hunt. There is some very well-made furniture in sort of like this gathering room that he leads you into, and as you all sort of like file into this place, the only real person that sort of like comes up to any sort of like same height as the Minotaur, and that's somewhat barely, is Thetis. So when you like are shepherded into this sort of like common room, like there's plenty of places to sit because it was designed for someone twice most of your sizes.
They just gonna make himself comfortable in like the corner of the room and kind of lean against the wall.
Right, make yourselves right at home. Go get you some tea, some ale, some cider.
Oh, cider would be lovely.
Right.
Like some tea.
Is that like made with apples?
Among other things.
Cool, I want to try it. I've heard
He
about
says
it.
with a grin.
Yeah, I'll take some cider. Sounds good.
Right.
Nothing for me, thank you.
Well, driving young lad such as yourself don't want nothing to drink?
Not thirsty.
Alright. And you see he sort of shuffles off. Not shuffle, he just sort of like strides off. Each of his steps is just sort of pronounced by a heavy hoof fall on wood as he enters into the kitchen. There's a bit of clanging. Not so much as you would expect from a bull in like a china shop, but like a certain amount of, clattering. So, you looking for a hag? Like he calls from the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. You know anything about them?
Oh, I know a bit about, a little bit about all sorts of monsters. Not to toot me own horn. Well, either of me own horns. And you said this hag was disturbing the people at Angel Fall or Angel Rest.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Not to say I don't trust you, but do you have any like proof of this? Or like oh fuck.
That thing we have in the bag, right?
Yeah, but we
One of
probably
theirs.
shouldn't take it out of the bag, right? Because then they could like see us and stuff.
We have one of their staves. That
We
keeps us
do.
Would you be willing to
Speaking of
stick your
which-
head in a bag to look at a thing we own?
That's a bit of a weird request. But I've heard weirder.
Yeah, I bet you have.
Wouldn't you do anything for a beautiful woman asks you to, though?
Yes. Mike absolutely would.
Well, you see, as explained, we can't take it out of the bag because then the owner will be able to track us. But if you can just like
You said
get
you
a
had
light
one of
source
the
in the bag and
stabs,
you look in
right?
the bag. Yes.
Yeah, I think Lucky has it. It was like super cursed at first, but then we got it decursed because Lucky is like.
I mean, they could also hear you
Like
through
that.
that.
What? Excuse
Okay,
me.
it belonged to them, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Probably.
Oh, we
Let's
should
see.
put that in the bag too, huh?
I mean, it's spiky.
It's pretty spiky. Is that gonna fit?
As you guys are having this conversation, the smell of like warm toasted apples are starting to like waft through the room. And then he comes in with a large tray, sort of sets it on the coffee table. Hands Lucky his mug of tea. Sort of gestures to the rest of you. Those of you that requested a drink have one. And then when all things are left unsaid, there's 2 mugs, one of which he grabs, and then he just sort of like gestures with his eyes over to Thetis to the last one if he wants it. Then he sort of sits in this wooden. He sits on this sort of wooden stool, sort of facing the rest of you, back to the fire. Right then. So, you said you had something in the bag for me to look at.
Yeah, just be careful not to poke your eye out, because it's like there's a stick in there too that's kind of pokey, but there's stuff that belonged to the hag.
Right. He sort of looks to whichever one of you is offering him a bag.
Is Lucky has it?
That'll be
Question mark?
Lucky, yeah.
I don't think so. Huh?
Who has the bag?
Who owns it?
Oh wait,
I
do
think
I
so.
have the bag?
I think it's your bag.
I think it's
I
your
think
bag
so.
of
Yeah,
holding.
you made the bag of holding.
Right, I made it. Sorry, I'm opening up my character sheet and it's not loading.
You are the artificer. So.
Yeah, I am. I forgot. Listen, it's been a long 2 weeks, okay?
That's okay.
I'm reloading Roll20 because my character sheet won't open. Okay, now it's opening. Oh yeah, I got
So,
leave from a loon. Fuck yeah.
Nice.
You mentioned they could spy on us with the staff as well.
I mean, any of their personal possessions.
Well, we did have a run-in with them earlier. They might know we are already. Is that a problem?
Well, we're not their personal possessions.
Yeah, but can they just look at us? You're right.
I mean, probably having possession of the staff made it so that they could reach out to you. The hag's knowing who you are isn't inherently a bad thing, right?
It seems kind of bad.
I mean, so here's my next question: did one of them reach out, or did all of them reach out?
3 of them reached out.
You
Wait.
talked to all 3 of them?
Yeah, well, one of them did the talking, but there were 3 of them in the weird dream. Also, I just realized something. And she just like thinks for a second, shakes her head. Never mind. Yeah, here's the bag if you want to look at it. It's in there.
He takes the bag. He pauses for a moment, looks at each of you, shrugs his head, or shrugs his shoulders, sticks his head in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't nothing gonna blow my head up in here, is it?
Not unless you
It's
know how to
Salva's
make
bag.
explosives.
I can't guarantee it, but I don't think it will without a fuse being lit.
Right. You see, pops his head out the bag, brings it out, the flesh mark out. Right. So, right here, and he puts this out.
Navenda thinks to herself, I could have made a hot-headed joke. She looks perplexed.
So, here it looks like you're dealing with a coven of 3 eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He pulls out the mark. And it just points at each of them.
Okay.
This right here is an Anis hag. This is the largest of the hags. Makes its own in the mountains. Typically assorted with giants and the like. This one is a. A second. This one's the Night Hag. This is probably the one you talk to. Because it has powers over dreams and the like. Which means if you had that funky dream while the other two were there, they were not actually there. They were. It probably, threw
Wait,
up
but
a
that-
region of them.
Does that mean that Sister Hayes was there?
If Sister Hayes was the one talking to you, she was the one there.
Like in person?
Not like in person.
Okay, she's just the one that's like
Okay.
in the dream, and the rest are
Yeah.
like not actually in the dream.
No, yeah, I don't think
Right.
she was physically in our heads.
I mean, that would be. I mean, I don't know what they could do. That'd be creepy. Imagine.
I don't
And
really
then-
want to imagine that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird.
And this one. I mean, it's a toss up between a green hag and a cinder hag. But seeing as forest is all around, you're probably dealing with a green hag. And this is a lot better than you would think, actually. Because if they're all the same type of hag, then they would be theoretically all be working towards the same goal. But as they are different hags, they all have different goals. Which means each one of them is looking to usurp the other two. He drops the flesh sigil and the staff back into the bag and sort of like ties it up.
Does that mean like we could like play them off of each other if we like play our cards right?
Exactly.
Okay, that's fun. Do a little bit of scheming.
And if Sister Hayes has reached out to you, then she sees value in what your group has to offer. And I'll tell you right now, while this is not the worst situation you have, this is a bit of a double-edged sword. Because helping her means you're giving her power over to her two sisters, which means she's harder to deal with down the road.
Oh, sure. But if she's alone, doesn't that mean she's easier to deal with?
Not necessarily. Depends on how much you help her.
Okay, so like not enough that we can't deal with her, but enough that she thinks that we can't deal with her.
Yeah, play to her ego. All hags have a huge ego. They want to be the most powerful after all, right?
Probably. I've never really met one. Well, I guess now we have.
I have a lot of experience with egotistical women, so this does track.
You do? I want to hear
Have
all
you
about
ever
it.
been to stage production?
No! Look at me!
True.
You know what? I misspoke. There's a third type the other hag could be looking at the sigil. You could also be dealing with a death hag.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's probably not good, right?
And I mean, like, same with Anis hags being able to commune and command giants and whatnot. At least the lesser giants like hill and stone giants. Death hags deal with the undead, as you might expect.
Oh, and so
Oh. Wait!
would they be able to use dead people and maybe like a weird fucked up dead dryad?
We had to fight skeletons! And like zombies and stuff.
Right.
It's a death hag! It's a death hag!
Don't make fun of his accent.
I was just trying it out. I was like appreciative. Oh my god, did I offend you? sorry.
No, it takes a lot more to offend me than
Okay,
someone
good.
someone catching on to my accent.
I just thought it was fun how you like didn't do your H's, so I thought I'd try it.
Feel good, feel smooth off the tongue.
Not really. It's kind of like I'm having a hard time with it, to be honest.
That's alright. So you have a night egg, a death egg, and an anise egg.
Yeah. Is there like aside from them being like not the best of friends, do you know like if any of them have certain weaknesses? Like, is the death hag allergic to life? Is the anise hag allergic to small things? Is the night hag allergic to the day? What are we working with here?
None of them have particular weaknesses per se.
Oh,
Especially if
cool.
they're in a
Me
coven.
neither.
Right. He smiles down at Roach. Takes a sip of his own cider. The cider is delightful, by the way.
This is really good.
Apple with a hint of rhubarb.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Dirtbag says he really likes it. It's the best apple cider he's
they-
ever had.
Are these hags particularly flammable? I know that witches are notable for being burned at stakes, but I'm not sure.
Idea,
Hags follow the same logic.
So, among these, I would assume the most flammable would be the death egg.
Hell yeah.
Because
All right.
And that's the one whose house I want to burn down, probably. This is perfect.
I'm sure we can give her a good cremation. No, we should not.
Yes, we should. The great idea, Amanda.
As a monster owner, it's my duty to let you know that the anise egg is probably the deadliest to face alone.
Okay. So we shouldn't face that one alone.
Right.
Cool.
And what's lucky is, even if in your dream they were all in one place, they probably don't share a lair.
Oh, oh my god, they're separated. They don't live together.
Oh my god, they weren't roommates.
Oh my, they weren't roommates. What are you supposed to do with that?
Damn, they can afford to live on their own here?
They're separated, so they're not gonna have each other's physical support, you know?
That's so sad. Everyone needs
But if they formed a coven, killing one of these eggs empowers the other two.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh no,
makes
that's not good.
sense.
I couldn't tell you
It's-
exactly how the coven magic works, but if all you want to do is solve the problem that one of the eggs is doing, then you're just amplifying the problems that are going to happen down the road by the other two eggs.
So you're saying we gotta kill all the hags?
We either kill all of them, or perhaps we communicate with them to get to them to stop doing what they're doing that we
If they break
find
their
so
sisterhood,
detestable.
If they break their sisterhood, then we can start killing them without them
Well, I'm
powering
saying-
up.
Well, yes, that could be. I was simply saying we just strike a deal with them to maybe not bother the roads into Angel Fall.
So I think that's a great idea under normal circumstances, but at least one of them made me hurt you, and so that one has to burn. The other two, maybe we could work something out.
I don't really like making deals with people that invade my head.
Yeah, not good either.
It's not always the best practice to make a deal with any of them.
Unless you want to get cool super hag powers, then you should make a deal with all of them. But good luck.
Well, if this
I
were
simply am putting the deal on the table in the event that we do find ourselves in in these situations where fighting them would not be a good idea. I'm not against killing them.
No, I get it.
Yes, okay. Sorry.
You're a very practical person, Evan, and I appreciate your caution.
I don't think we should kill them because it probably cause problems and be complicated. Not that I get it, Roach. You want your, revenge? Totally fine, understandable. But, there's a saying about, when you look for revenge, you gotta dig 2 graves.
Well, I'm not gonna dig any graves at the cremation.
Not being literal here.
Oh.
Gotta carry 2 urns.
Sure, yeah.
Oh.
Carry 2 urns.
Find extra space on the mantle. I'm sorry, Ron, I cut you off a while back. Where you say?
Oh, I don't remember. It's okay.
Okay, sorry.
Out of character, I forget. Were these hags connected to the Laughing Skull band?
You don't know.
Don't know yet. Okay. Well, Mr. Huntsman, if you were in this position, what do you
Please
think you'd
call
do?
me Sergeant.
Well, what would you do in this situation?
Well, whenever I'm going out to a hunt, I like to gather as much information as I can about my quarry. I've provided you plenty of general knowledge about eggs, but if one of them reach out to you, you should try and pinpoint that one down. You said the night hag is the one that talked to you in the dream, or who you would assume is the night hag?
Yeah.
The darker toned one. What was her name?
Sister Hayes? Or Mama Hayes? What was it?
I think Sister Hayes.
Okay.
Yeah, sister.
From another Mister.
She's putting us into a sister twister.
Not the Sister Twister. Terrible stuff.
See if Thurwood knows about Sister Hazel, the traveling medicine woman. For no particular reason.
That's really hard to say.
Well, I know night eggs like to disguise themselves. They're probably the most civilized amongst the 3. Most willing to talk.
Does that mean you could be the night hag?
Probably.
How do we know you're not? Tell us something only the huntsman would know.
That wouldn't really be really effective here now, would it? He don't know anything about me. Beyond me being a huntsman.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna rummage around in my bag and pull out a tiny rat with a little hat on his head that is vaguely Pope hat shaped, and I'm gonna hold out Trash Pope, and I'm gonna introduce Trash Pope to the huntsman and say, "This is my friend Trash Pope, and he's a lot better at sussing things out than I am. He's got a discerning eye, and so, hey, Trash Pope, do we think that this guy is good? Do we think he's actually the night hag? I'm gonna cast augury."
You interpret the results. Is good a yes or is good a no?
And I'm gonna say, for the mechanics of the spell itself, the specific course of action that I plan to take within the next 30 minutes is expose the huntsman for being the night hag. Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
Yeah. There's no reading you get.
Oh. Oh. That's confusing. This isn't good, Huntsman. The results are pretty inconclusive. I feel like it'd be a pretty bad idea to expose you for something you aren't. So like, I squint.
Sort of raises an eyebrow. Is something supposed to happen?
Well, so Trash Pope just told me that like it wouldn't be that great or that bad to do that. So like not good in your favor, not bad, not in your favor, right? Like it should be a bad idea to expose someone for something they aren't. And maybe it's not a good idea because like if I did it, then you'd kill me because you're the Nighthawk. I'm gonna squint real hard.
I mean, if I'm not the night egg and you just showed me a rat, I'm not really going to do anything about it. I'm not threatened by the rat.
No, it's like
really
if I expose you for being the Nighthead.
What?
Oh.
Why would you?
Because he's the Night Hag. I look at him when I say that and squint.
Does he look like a woman?
Well, no, but she can use magic, Navena. Magic people cannot look like women if they want.
I don't think that's a good way to operate for now, because if the Night Hag were to hear, "Ooh, we want to kill the Night Hag or the other hags or whatever," I think she would possibly make a beeline out of here with that news to do whatever she pleased with it, and not stay around gibbering with us.
Go ahead and give me a nature check. Anyone? Anyway, I don't think anyone's trained in nature at the current moment, but
Nope.
Nope.
Nature.
You can do a nature check.
You're a druid!
It's an intelligence skill. I intuit nature. I don't know it nature.
I don't know shit.
How's a loon's nature score looking, Fab?
Oh yeah, lucky. Let's
Awesome,
go.
shut up.
lucky. Just like the nature of hags. Night hags in particular are exclusively females and can only reproduce by mating with a male member of another species. So often they're disguising themselves as a beautiful member, a beautiful woman of a different race. But
Well-
it's gonna be a woman.
Roach, if this was a night hag, they would take a form that others would find attractive.
This guy's hot.
Now, there was a question on one of my exams that it was true or false that night hags only take a female form. I think I wrote false, and I think I got that exam. I think I failed that exam. So.
Oh.
Huh?
Okay, but did you fail it because you got that
female
one question
Oh, they
wrong?
subscribe to
or-
the gender
I'm not
binary.
sure.
Oh,
but
lame. But also, is it like they have to be a woman, or they can be, or they like to be most often? Because I feel like if I wanted to be a woman most of the time, but it would be
I
advantageous to be a
feel
man.
like we're burning a lot of time that could be
Well, I
used
feel-
to just look for the hag in a very sensible way.
Well, I'm
If
sorry
the
for trusting
hags-
Trash Pope.
I agree.
want
with that.
to
I think also
have an heir, so I don't think being a male form would help them achieve that, you know?
Unless that's exactly what they want us to think. I've got
I
my eyes on you, Huntsman.
I also think oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit, hold on, give me a second. Oh yeah. I also think that no answer just means there's it's just neutral.
Out of character. No, regardless of no answer, I think Mike said it's not especially good or bad, not particularly good or bad.
I said there was nothing. I said nothing.
Yeah, nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad is part of the
Still
spell description.
neutral.
Yeah, which is why I'm saying like, oh, it's interesting that it's neutral and not a bad idea to expose someone for something they aren't. Is like Roach's line of thinking.
No, I understand. Listen, I understand Roach's line of thinking, but Salvo's gonna try to move past this because it's not really productive. Right now.
Sure.
Did Sister Hayes? Did she want us to meet anywhere? I forget what she said to us explicitly.
I think she did. Yeah.
Come to her abode for out of character.
Invited.
Come to her abode.
Okay. Well, maybe we can gather some supplies to make sure if we need to, make an escape, we can. Or, I don't know, which is not like, I don't know, getting salt thrown in their face or something.
Most things don't.
And then maybe we can just meet her at her place.
Well, I've got a lot of salt.
So if you're going after this egg, which don't know if you are, don't know if you're not, something that you're going to want is silver.
Oh.
At least for the big fellow. The one that he gestures to Thetis.
Silver nitrate? Oh, regular silver. Gotcha.
Just silver. Just silver.
Okay.
White silver.
Okay.
Now, the blacksmith in town may have a bit of silver that you can use, but the process of silver in a weapon is a bit of a lengthy process, one that would take most of the night.
Yeah, it takes some time. Let's see. Do I have any silver? No, I've got a bunch of gold.
Another thing I can tell you about night eggs is that they resist the chill of the night and fire.
Oh, that's good to know. That's really useful.
So explosions are not.
Acid
particularly-
explosions.
Oh, smart.
I like
That's
to
good
think
to
of
know,
things
because I
sometimes,
definitely
yeah.
wanted to roast her.
Oh wait, Thetis, don't you breathe fire?
I do.
Oh darn. Well, that's like still really cool. Me and you could get the death hag, you know. We could tag team her.
Yeah. Any other recommendations you have? Garlic, or like, I don't know.
I think that's werewolves.
That's vampires.
Oh, that too.
Silver's also werewolves, I think.
Silver is also werewolves.
Seems
Well,
like
lycanthropes in general.
I see.
Our hags of the Fey persuasion, they tend to dislike iron quite a
Oh,
bit.
that's true.
I thought that was only if it was cold.
Well, apparently this hag
Wouldn't
doesn't care
know.
about the cold or the heat.
Never bother them anyway.
You're funny, Salvo.
Huh?
You're funny.
Oh, thanks.
I got your reference. I've seen that play.
Okay.
The first one was okay, but I didn't really like the second one.
There's
a second one?
Alright. If you're going after the death egg, they're actually a bit the night egg's actually the weakest among the bunch.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's like weakest, right?
Yeah, like his hands come up like weakest among the bunch.
Yeah, it's just comparatively.
Death eggs are immune to a bit. Well, they're immune to necrotic damage, right? Because
Okay.
being a death egg and whatnot, they're resistant to things like cold, fire, psychic damage, and then non-magical silver weapons. So if you have a magic weapon, you don't really need to get it silvered, friend. But I mean, silver in a weapon is a lot better than a lot cheaper than enchanting it.
Yeah. I mean, I can magic a weapon.
Really?
Uh-huh.
How do you do that?
Magic.
Death
But,
eggs also can't be charmed or frightened.
Oh. Sorry, I know it's like magic, but like I thought there was like a process or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I do stuff to it and make it magic.
Just like snap your fingers.
I have to spend some time tinkering with it, looking at it, putting my juju on it, but yeah.
You put the juju on that beat?
Uh-huh.
That's so cool.
Little Goblin Lady.
Yes.
You are... I think I heard you say something about making this bag.
Uh-huh.
Are you an artificer?
I am.
So you're good at making things, right?
I'm really good at making explosives and also other things that aren't explosives.
Right. So, I don't know how long you plan to be in this town, but something I can pass along, being something of a monster hunter, is a special oil that would make the egg vulnerable.
Is she allergic?
Oh.
To this certain substance called necrophage oil.
Necrophage oil. Damn, that sounds cool as hell.
It causes them to take more damage from all types.
Do I have to is it like a special plant? Or do I have to
Yeah. It's something you can make. And I mean, I have, let me roll, see if he has the supplies on hand. He gets up and, goes into, his pantry. He's like, let me see if I have the proper things. High or low?
Hi.
I lean over to Roach. A night hag would have the proper things.
Oh yeah, probably. I bet they like also hunt monsters or like hunt monster hunters. I don't know.
I mean, we haven't seen him hunt a monster.
So, I'm...
Oh, you're trying to convince me that this guy's not the night hag. Sorry, I was totally elsewhere.
So, I actually don't have the materials on hand, but if you can bring me a nocturne mushroom and some wolfsbane from the forest, I can show you how to distill a couple vials of that oil.
Okay. We can probably do that, right?
Yeah, no problem.
A mushroom and a what?
Wolfsbane.
Wolfsbane and what was the mushroom again?
Nocturne.
Nocturne mushroom.
Specifically the cap.
The cap of a nocturne mushroom.
What's the stem good for?
Nothing really.
Oh, can we eat it?
I mean, you could probably fry it up, eat it.
Oh, nice. We're getting the whole thing, guys.
But I mean, nocturne mushrooms grow up by the lakeshore. Typically in moist areas that, the moon shines down upon it. You'll find they're pretty quick growing because their life cycles are pretty quick. So, if you go out tonight, you could probably find one or two. You only need a cap of 2. And then wolfsbane's just what the wolfsbane looks like, right?
Yeah. That was on the same test.
No, it's purple flower.
Purple flower, red thorns, I remember.
Purple flower, red thorns. Purple flower, red thorns. Is that a Shrek thing?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
But you bring that back to me, I'll show you how to distill some necrophage oil to deal with your night egg.
Alright.
As for the other ones, my training hasn't kept up with me most of these years. I could probably look in my old tomes, but I can at least help you with a night egg.
Now, do you think it would be a good idea for us to defeat the night hag but not kill her and come to some sort of agreement that way? Or would
I think you should show her that you could kill her if you wanted to. That will even the playing field for negotiations.
Gotcha.
Then she's got to do whatever we say.
That is true. Beating the shit out of someone until they give up is a viable option.
Extremely effective.
But because I'm asking if we do that, would they just then become vindictive against us and then plot to murder us later?
Oh, certainly, but
I mean,
in the
that's
moment,
the risk.
it's
That's
viable.
the risk you have to take.
Okay.
Also, that just makes them sore losers.
True.
Although, if we can put the ever-loving fear of God into them,
Yeah.
I wonder, can they break like the coven bond like whenever they want to?
Think for a moment. They would all have to agree to it. Or
Oh. That means like they're all trapped unless it's a unanimous decision. Oh, yikes.
Well, I mean, they all came in together of their own choice, too.
It's gotta be a mutual breakup. That's messy.
They must have their reasons.
I'm sure.
But, I mean, this is just the ESA of, the monster hunter whose job it is to kill monsters. You might, if you're looking for a more civilized approach, maybe someone else knows something else that I don't know.
I mean, it's not that I care about a civilized approach. I'm just thinking down the line, Like, if you kill one of the hags, then the other two become more powerful and could become bigger problems for us down the line.
Do like the line of beating up the night hag, and then maybe through that we can
I think
assist them taking out the other hags.
Well, no, I just want them to not fuck with the city we're at anymore. I don't wanna like have a hag in my back pocket. That's just a lot of complicated shit. And I don't want to deal with that,
We already have a lot to deal with over there as it is.
Yeah.
That might have to be the our part of the clause, and probably have to do something for them in return, which a little worrying.
I mean, honestly, when push comes to shove, whichever way we can get this done the quickest is probably the best. I know I'm like all gung-ho about burning houses down and cremating bitches and stuff, but really, if we just get this done quick, we can get back to the city and keep helping them. Because
yeah, also like this is all like best case scenario, Like,
yeah, every plan kind of just goes to shit.
Yeah, if push comes to shove,
well,
we might just have to like kill them or something because things go wrong or whatever.
Yeah,
maybe we should get on those supplies then.
Yeah.
And does anyone need to get a weapon silvered? We should probably do that now while we have the time.
The
Do you think we can get like some leather wraps with silver studs for Herman?
That'd be cool.
Herman, do you think that would work?
Herman's body sort of morphs into a question mark, and then the sort of like triple dots sort of start undulating along the sides. And then they become a question, exclamation mark, and then they just sort of like nod their head.
Okay. So we could make some like Leather wraps with silver studs for Herman so he can punch the hag.
Valvo, do you think we could, like, coat some of my Reth's teeth in silver?
Making
How much?
teeth that, like, small could be done, but I don't know how to do dentistry on rats.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
How much gold do we have altogether to fund this weapon silvering operation?
I mean,
I only have 60 on me.
So I can do the silvering, like the actual work itself. I'm pretty good with blacksmith's tools. We just need the actual silver. And like one gold piece is 10 pieces of silver.
I'm not sure coinage is actually raw silver so much as it's coated.
True.
Oh, it's just like something like plated in silver?
Also, yeah, we're gonna need pure silver.
Well, that depends on Mike's world building, honestly.
Mike, what do we know about the metallurgic alloys of the coinage?
Yeah, who runs the mint?
To silver a weapon, it costs 100 gold of pure silver.
Okay. Are
that you work? The coins are not themselves pure silver.
Okay, so the coins are minted representing the worth. Then,
yes,
they're not pure gold, silver, and copper.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, so so I think it cost around like 100 gold worth of silver. So I have money to put towards that. I've got like, she thinks for a second, like 250 gold.
I've got enough for my share, so you don't have to worry about me.
I don't have enough personally, but I don't mind using magic and staying back doing my bow and arrow type thing, so...
We could probably silver a couple arrows for you.
Oh,
that'd be
cool.
Less expensive.
Yes, I shoot them and then I lose them, and then there's no point to that.
You could collect them afterwards, but it's just an option. Think about how many arrows you actually shoot in a fight. You know,
that is true.
We can make like 3, 4, like 5, and if you're shooting 5 arrows in a fight, then don't shoot them at the not hag. You know, because that means we're fighting too many things. You know what I mean.
Okay.
You know what I mean.
Well, then I think we should make our way to the smith then, if we're good here. The cider was lovely, by the way.
Yeah, it was really good. Thank you.
I'm glad that you liked it.
Did you make it yourself?
Among other things, I make ciders, yes.
That's cool. We should share recipes. I can share you our special recipe for goblin ale. And she like leans in and like does a stage whisper. It's all just, it's fruit put into a big jug, and then you just let it sit there for like 2 months.
Are you gonna call it prison wine?
Yeah.
That's jungle juice.
Goblin hooch.
It's goblin ale.
That's jungle juice.
That's goblin ale. Are you being racist, my good sir? Against
goblin ale is the weaker form of goblin hooch.
Ethnic liquor make? I'm just kidding.
That's just called jungle juice, lass.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Not to be confused with goblin tequila.
No, goblin tequila is when you take agave plants and do that.
A goblin?
Agave. Do you know what agave is?
No.
Okay, it's a plant.
Okay.
Agave is typically found in the deserts.
Can't say I've been.
They have good liquor there. Oh, some of them use a worm to ferment the liquor and stuff, and you can eat the worm.
I need it. I need some of that. Where can I get them?
You have to go to the deserts.
Okay, time to go
or
to the
like
desert.
pay a bunch of money for imported ale, or steal imported ale.
Oh,
or I guess liquor technically, not ale. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry, yeah, we're getting in the weeds. Let's get out of your hair. Sorry.
It's all right. It's been a while since I had this brand of excited company. If you want to learn how to dilute that oil,
yes, I will definitely.
2 nocturne caps and then some couple bushels of wolfbane.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we think we have time to wait till tonight to go get the mushrooms and then we can come back?
In
the meantime,
I think
maybe
we can split up. We can.
That would be a good idea.
Me, Thetis,
let's split the party.
Me, Thetis, and Herman can head to the blacksmiths, and then you guys can collect the plants. Cause Lucky, you said you know what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And Roach, you can use your rats to sort of look around and sniff around for it.
Oh yeah, totally. Also, you guys could take like a rat or two so that we can sort of keep in contact.
Mm-hmm. And Avena, you can be a manager and make sure they don't die.
Certainly. Cool. I don't think that will be a problem, but
you never know.
Right, well, I'll bid you all adieu. Don't get dead.
Okay.
We'll try not to be.
Thank you very much for all of your assistance.
Of course.
We'll let you know how it goes, assuming we don't get dead.
And maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should. If you happen to, fall ill of the hag, make it no longer exist. I'm sure someone would pay handsomely from the guild for that. Thing said.
Okay.
Nice.
Check the job board under hags.
Okay. Maybe the money can offset the trouble it'll bring us. Who knows?
That would be a good idea.
All right. We'll take a look at it.
Yeah, I'm sure the guild board will be on the way for someone.
Mm-hmm.
If you are short some gold, I do have about 100 if you need to IOU with the blacksmith.
We've got enough. Don't worry. Between me, Thetis, and Herman, we got enough.
So I think Salvo has Herman's wallet still.
I did collect that back from Dirtbag.
It seems slightly lighter than before. I'm just kidding.
Dirtbag's been at the races.
It's heavier than before. He won big,
He's
baby.
gambling.
He just did it for the gambling. He just wants the thrill. He doesn't actually take any of the money. So if he used someone else's, he puts it back. He's gambling on behalf of Herman.
Roll me a d20, Riley.
Fuck yeah.
I believe in.
Can I add something to it? Like
no, this is pure luck.
Yeah, but Dirtbag's way luckier than me, and I also am a halfling, so I'm super lucky.
Dirtbag is a rat.
That is true. That is a fact.
The wallet seems a bit lighter than before. Dirtbag seems objectively not looking at the bag.
How much, Michael?
He only lost like 5 gold.
Okay. That's a pittance. Okay. We'll go do some blacksmithing and you guys go do some foraging. And we'll meet back at there's an inn in town, right?
Yeah, the Rotten Apple.
The Rotten Apple, perfect. We'll meet back at the Rotten Apple, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
See you soon.
Bye.
Mwah.
She blows everybody a kiss.
The hunter raises an eyebrow, but shrugs. Alright, so the team of Salvo, Thetis, and Ermin are going into the town to inquire at the blacksmith for silver, and then Nevena, Roach, and Lucky are going into. So when you're leaving the hunter's place, it is midday.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So you have some time because the lake is not that far away. So I will remind you that you do have some other things that you wanted to look at, mainly the healers in town, and also this is the second time you've been recommended to look at the job board.
We will look at the job board on the way to the blacksmith.
Whoever is passing by the job board will look at the job board.
But like, we can't promise we're gonna do any jobs, though. You know, we're on.
I was suggesting
we
to the
working
team
hard.
that
We
had
hardly
time,
working.
that had time to wait to go to the job board.
Oh, is that the foragers?
Yes.
Okay.
But we're going to look for Wolfsbane, aren't we?
Team foragers. You guys look at the.
We're
job
gonna
board.
look for Wolfsbane at the job board first.
Oh, I bet that's where it grows.
Yeah, definitely. They
makes
love
sense.
signposts.
Yeah,
All right.
because wolves can't read.
Yeah.
All right. So Thetis and Nevena, I want you to do some rollies for me. Let's see which
Okay.
group we focus on first.
Okay.
What we
Well,
rolling?
if you roll a d20.
I guess I could.
Oh. Ooh. All right.
Oh,
Do you want to go first or second, Fab?
we can go first.
Huh?
We can go first.
Okay. So. All right. Being the manager of making sure Lucky and Salvo don't die. What would you like to do first, Nevena?
It's Lucky and Roach, I believe.
Lucky and Roach.
We are going to go to the job board because I think it's on the way out of town to the field we're going to look for Wolfsbane in, or the forest, or where does Wolfsbane grow? Nevena is like a city girl. She doesn't know shit about plants.
I believe it's pretty common.
I can make wisdom nature checks, right, Mike? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I'm just remembering. Oh God, I should do that. Hold on, let me. How do I change that on my character?
But I think the job, there's like maybe like a guild outpost at the edge of town or something, and they have like a job board posted at the front, and so currently the crew is kind of inspecting. Okay, so we want a night hag or anything of a haggish persuasion. So Nevena is squinting, looking at the board.
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah.
With
Do you
a
see
6, you
anything
don't.
lucky?
I can take a
Well,
look.
Maybe if I
Lucky, you can also roll investigation.
May I
Roach,
roll
do you need me
nature?
to
Oh,
hold you up?
what are you talking about? I can. I like cross my arms and like stamp my foot on the ground a little bit, like slightly perturbed. Nathaniel, you
Right,
know,
right.
I spend my whole life reading stuff that's like a little higher than me, though. I can look up.
You can
Oh, I was
also
gonna suggest
take a
just
look,
using the
but,
map.
pretty sure it's the same job board. I don't think it's gonna change.
Lucky. Nevena was looking in the gathering section as opposed to the slaying section.
How big is the job board?
It's huge.
It's a decently like sized job board. They have to have a plethora of quests for like adventurers,
This village is bustling.
and the village.
Awesome.
The village can also just ask for a request to be put up on the job board. Yes, you can, Riley. There is a request for it's a weird quest, but it involves a night hag's hair, which uh presumably you could only get from the head of the night hag. They don't like shed their hair, but it's peculiarly lucky that they're asking for like splotches of hair. Like it's like 50 gold per splotch.
We can get the whole head. I mean, we could make quite a killing off of that. Bit of a dubious ask. I mean, but
yeah,
50 gold, 50 gold.
I don't know what we could get forth the mouth.
Like 50 gold, and then the grand total for the quest is about you see at the bottom of the request,
well, they put
Lucky. At the bottom is 5,000 gold for the whole head.
5,000 gold.
That's like fuck you money. That's like so much money. Who has 5,000 gold just rolling around? Holy shit!
You could buy a house in the good part of town with that.
The poster of this quest is not, a Lord Argan.
Oh, it's that guy. We should do that. We should get the head. Listen, if there was ever a better reason to kill the hags, now we've got the real motivation, right?
Get that nobility money.
Yeah, the buy a house in the good part of town money. That sounds nice.
Yeah. Of course, I don't think we could buy a house here and back where we were back in the Abbey Town, Angel Fall. Don't really think the real estate's worth much right now. So
we need the money before we shop for houses.
That's true.
So
also,
true.
Get ahead of ourselves.
Because the market's not so great right now, it's the perfect time to buy the house, because then when we make the place better, we'll have bought it for cheap, and then the property value will go way up.
Speaking of money, we should see if there's any gathering jobs we could do while we're out looking for our wolfsbane, just in case we step in to see something else while we're out there.
Oh, okay.
Roach, your role.
Mm-hmm.
Wolfsbane is most common in mountainous areas, like where you are. But obviously, the closer you get to the mountain, the more common it is. You suspect that you'd be able to find it in the same place where you would be looking for the nocturne cap mushroom.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah, cool. I convey that to the group.
Oh, excellent.
It's so convenient.
Yeah, almost as if...
Two great tastes that go great together.
As far as gathering, there are some requests for some unopened lake clams. That's about 5 gold per unopened lake clam, and that is going to be delivered to the client's name is Ratface at the Rat's Nest.
Oh, Nevada, can we do the clam one? I haven't been clamming in years.
I don't know if we're passing by the lake, but if we do, I'm not going to stop you from taking a dip and finding clams. However, we need to focus on getting to the mountains.
Grow around the lake. We're headed there, actually.
So it's settled that we're taking this down and we're going clamming. I let like a rat climb down my staff, and I hold him up to the job board so that he can grab the clamming job.
Why do rats want clams? Just to eat?
They're delicious and they're a delicacy.
Guess so.
And did not question it.
You only know that the clan's name is Ratface, and he is at the rat's nest. You do not know the race of the client.
The Ratatouille situation.
Alright.
Alright,
So
we should
you take the both requests?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you go to the guild representative. They are
were there any quests about like hunting monsters in the area or something that we can like learn what we might run into?
There are requests about there is some mercenary guarding job, like wagon guarding jobs for guarding wagons. There's some your standard wolf killing quest. There's a bear, a bounty on a bear called Grizzleclaw, who's in the southern forest. And then there is one of the probably more decorated quests to look ostensibly is the whole body of what you can only read from the paper is this giant reptilian creature known as a Great Jaggy.
Oh no!
A great Jaggy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright. Be on the lookout for those things.
That is also in the southern forest.
Okay. We should head up to the mountains to get our mushroom and our wolfsbane.
Mm-hmm.
We can keep those in mind for, well, it's in the southern forest. We can't really dally there too long, but if we ever get the opportunity. And then we away.
We away!
Alright.
Well, we do take the jobs at the guild first, and then we away.
Alright. The night hag and the clam jobs are taken. They're stamped for approval by the guild. The tiefling girl that sort of is handing you guys the official paperwork. Slightly rosy pink skin. You gather that her name is Patient. And she just sort of smiles, adjusts her glasses. She has like a slightly freckled face. I do hope you come back safe and sound.
Oh gosh,
We
me
should
too.
be fine, dear.
She hands you the official quests. So sorry. Do you have like a group name or?
Huh. Not really. Do we need one?
Not particularly. I mean, if you finish the Night Hag quest, I mean, you might be sent up to Lord Argan.
We are the, she's like looking around the guild's hall. What items does she see?
I'll flip this.
The Inkwell desk clerks. Yeah, the Inkwell desk rats.
Yeah, we are the Inkwell desk rats.
Oh, I love it. Oh wow, I love it. It's so good.
All right. I will write that one down.
Inkwell desk rat. Oh, it's so good. It perfectly captures like what our whole group is about. How did you come up with it?
Oh no, it does. I'll tell you when we get out.
Okay. Wow. Poetic genius standing right before me. Whatever. No big deal.
All right. So the three of you head out of town, towards the mountains. You said.
Yeah.
Are we headed towards the lake?
I think the lake and the mountains are like in the same direction. No, they're not.
So
The things we need are at the mountains. The side quests are at the lake.
Let's do right here where the lake and the mountain meets. Then we can hit
Okay.
2 rats with 1 boulder.
very interesting way to put that.
Look like a big U shape.
So Nevena explains to them her naming is the first step of improv is to say the first thing that comes to mind. And so when I was coming up with the name, it was just saw the rat on your head and the inkwell on the desk and the desk that was the desk, and so there we go.
Wow, that's amazing. I've never done improv before.
We should probably pick a different name.
What? I thought this one was good. Do you not like it?
I feel like we could do better.
Oh.
We should stick with this name, though. I think it would be very funny. Anyways.
I think out of character, it would be really funny if we just stuck with this random fucking name we made up on the spot.
Well,
To the mountains!
Yeah.
Yes, to the mountains. Who is leading this expedition?
Me!
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and
And
give me a
my rat.
survival check.
I've survived worse than a mountain.
I think we'll keep Lucky in the middle, and Nevena will lead the back.
Right. Which one of you wants to keep an eye out for danger?
I'll do it.
Hell yeah,
Unless Lucky
mate.
wants to.
I mean, I'm used to it, but I don't mind.
Oh, go ahead then. Okay.
We had like one rollover, like a base 10.
I don't know. For the hell of it, Fab?
Yeah.
D20.
What about?
No, a D12. Roll me a D12. Okay. So, you make your way out of the town along a small mountain trail that some lumberjacks used to take. And you come into sort of this high road that's sort of like snaking between the mountain and the lake. You see there's a bunch of stumps and whatnot in the clear road. And on either side of the road, you begin to see about an hour or so out of town, bushels of purple flowers.
Oh, are these it?
Red thorns?
Upon closer inspection, they do have red thorns.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess we
Lucky.
Yes.
You get a tingly feeling in the back of your skull.
I'm slow motion about to pick these flowers. Let's go.
And a scenario pops up in your head, a grisly one. Salvo and her rats are just sort of like splayed across
My
the
name
road.
is Roach.
Not fucking both small. Both
It's okay.
small.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Roach is sort of planted like in the path, like it looks like she was stepped on. Many of her rats lie squashed and dead.
Oh no.
You see Nevena's bow is broken, and you hear distant screams in this vision, and you are there sort of alone, sort of clutching at a wound. and you just hear this sort of like deep laughter as you look as Naveen is carried away by this large creature.
Guys, there's danger here.
What?
Oh,
I think
Should we
we're about
stop?
to die.
Oh, that's not good. I look around,
we should.
looking for sources
Yeah,
of
on
death.
alert.
As you're looking around, why don't you both give me perception checks?
Okay. Let me find my character sheet again. There we go.
Okay. Both of you look around. You can see there are footprints of large humanoids in this area. And Naveen in particular, your eyes sort of sweep the area, and you can see like shadows of forms, not like making their way with purpose towards you, but just sort of lumbering in your direction. Upon closer inspection, it looks like there's a group of 2 ogres
We have
just
Little-
like coming your direction.
we have a bit of an ogre problem. We're going to want to hide.
Oh, okay.
Was that one hag's territory, do you think?
Maybe. If we can hide, we can wait for them to pass, and then we can take what we
Okay,
need, I
well,
think.
Everyone get really close to me right now, okay? We're gonna jump in behind that tree, I point. And I start moving, and as I do, a couple of rats will start like just without me having to communicate with them. They just know what's up. Start spilling out of my cloak and my clothes and my bag and start like scurrying around the ground around our feet. And I'm gonna kind of stamp my stick into the ground once, very quietly. And there's a little pulse of energy, and all the rats like flicker for a moment, and then become like kind of semi-incorporeal, semi-see-through, and they become completely quiet, and they almost look like they're made of like vapor or like little clouds that are like sneaking across the ground, and they sort of emanate this like quietness. And I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
All right.
Okay.
Well, on each of you roll a stealth check for me, and add 10 to the total.
Steal.
Jesus.
31.
19.
Sneaky little wizard.
20, 23, 31, and 19.
More rogue than wizard.
The average of that is well above 20, so you see these ogres are just sort of trekking down to the lake, filling up these large water bowls. One of them possesses a rather gnarly looking like spiked club. The other one has this giant axe. They sort of grumble. One of them like shoves the other one as they talk in a language I don't think any of you
Is it
are
giant?
aware of. Yes.
I don't speak giant.
I don't speak large print.
Nope.
Oh,
speak big idiot.
Nice going, Lucky.
Good call.
As you guys are looking at him, his eyes are like flashing like blue and red, but then they like fade to his normal colors.
Ooh, very cool.
Ooh. I do
These
maybe
ogres have any
maybe an
like,
art. Sorry.
thimbles or stuff on them, or are they pretty bare?
With the perception checks, Fab, you can see that on like their sort of like slapshod armor that they have / clothing, they have no discernible marks They just seem to be, ogres.
I guess we should just wait for them to get a fucking move on.
But eventually, God,
their eyes did a strange flashing thing. I think that might have to do with the head. Oh. Okay.
That was Lucky, right? Whose eyes flash blue and red?
Yeah, that's Lucky's eyes flashing blue and red.
Oh, I thought you said it was the ogres. Okay, never mind. Okay.
But eventually they walk back up from the lakeshore with their drums of water. You can see one of them also has like a whole hog trussed up over their back, and they make their way back up towards the mountains.
Look at the hog on that one.
He's got a crazy big hog. That's insane.
Okay. I think we wait a few minutes and we'll be safe.
Also, the pig he's carrying is also quite big.
Yes.
After a few minutes,
yes,
their forms disappear over the mountain range.
Okay.
Well, do you think we could take an ogre?
I mean, maybe all of us at once, and we knew they were coming. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's better we to not have found out.
Yeah, that. But if push came to shove, we could take them.
Well, perhaps we should expedite our gathering.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Expeditiously. I start picking flowers.
Yeah,
You guys start picking flowers. Thetis and Salvo, we're gonna go over to you guys. Crisis narrowly avoided because Fab rolled a 9 instead of a 10 or 12. That 11 or 12.
Yay!
Were the other ones worse?
So when I ask for a number after perception check that's rolling on the encounter table, 10 is an okay threat, 11 is a hard challenge, and a 12 is a deadly challenge.
Oh.
Typically for encounter tables, the higher you roll, the worse it gets.
Cool.
And since you didn't roll for an actual encounter, I just felt like revealing some of Lucky's ability.
Lucky's cool.
He's pretty lucky. No, that was cool. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Ostensibly, you could take the ogres just by kiting them, but it's also...
They're too slow.
You think we're smart enough to strategize like that?
Yes.
Oh, I got you there.
But also...
I think you were idiots. Wait.
But also, Lucky's whole deal is seeing bad and good futures.
It's very cool.
Yeah. We collect the flowers and we're just patting Lucky on the back.
We keep patting Lucky on the back.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Oh my god, you saved their lives. That's so crazy.
Salvo and
My
Davis
hero.
and Herman, you guys are going to the blacksmith. The steam and stud.
The steaming stud?
Steam and stud.
Okay, the steam and stud. That's a little bit better. I looked up to Thetis. So, you I forget, you have a big sword, right?
Trident.
I thought it was a trident. I was gonna say trident. because you were like a gladiator when those shitheads had you fighting for them.
And I also got this, and I whip my tail around to the front, and I have the knife as the end of my tail.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna get this silvered.
Okay, so we could get all of it silvered.
We could, but I don't know. There's something about the element of surprise that I'm banking on with these witches. You know, you keep them looking at the trident, and then they don't have time to focus on my tail.
Yeah, and they'll never expect a big blob guy to have silver-studded knuckles.
Herman flexes.
Because he don't even have knuckles.
Herman flexes.
Hell yeah.
Nobody ever expects the blob knuckles.
Nobody ever expects the blob knuckles. That should be a saying.
It is now.
All right. As you pass into the blacksmith shop, you're greeted with the sight of several sort of different weapons of war. Javelins, hand axes, broad axes, the like, sort of like displayed on the walls proudly, with like small like engraved slates denoting their prices. There's a few barrels of what look to be just raw ore in like on one of the sides, like instead of like you know when you go into a candy shop and there's those barrels of candy. It's just like barrels of like raw ore. There is a thick dark oak desk, sort of situated near the back of the store, which leads into a large furnace, where you can hear some clanging going on. When you open the doors open, so when you step through, you all hear an audible jingle, like in your heads, and coming out is a you can just sort of barely, like, Salvo, you can see like a tuft of hair. Thetis, you can see that it is a small sort of brown-skinned goblin man, sort of carrying a couple things to the front. Oh, right, welcome in. Steam, we got customers. The goblin sort of rushes up like a small step stool, and then Salvo, you can see this brown goblin man in this sort of outfit. Oh, hello there.
Good afternoon, my fellow compatriots.
How's it going?
Howdy. My name's Stud. I'm one of the owners of the Steam and Stud. My compatriots in the back there, working on something. What can I do you for?
We need your finest pure silver.
All right.
To silver some weapons, and also if I can use your guys' tools.
He looks at each of you. Right. He looks down at Salvo and switches to Goblin. So, you're silvering weapons or whatnot?
Yeah, that's right. We're silvering weapons.
Okay. You said you wanted to use our tools, like you don't want us to do it, like you want to do it?
Well, we're not in like a big hurry, but the sooner we get them, the better it would be.
Okay.
I don't mind using you guys' services, but if I can hurry it up by helping do it, I'd be glad to work on it as well.
All right. Well, how much silver do you need?
So we need enough for some cestices for our blob friend here. To silver the
What is he?
he is I think I don't know, but I think he's like a plasmoid.
Okay, I've never seen one of those before.
Me neither. I've read about them before, but I've never seen them.
All right. Well, so Cestus, and then
I think Thetis is going to get. Oh, that's the big dragonborn. His name is Thetis.
oh, okay.
He has a knife attached to his tail that he wants to get silvered.
Okay.
He also has a trident. I mean, I gotta convince.
I mean, I can feel the magic off that thing. Are you?
Is the trident magical?
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought I mentioned that before. Yeah, Trident's magic.
Technically, wait. Do you know Goblin?
Goblin?
Yeah, we're speaking in Goblin.
Oh no.
Okay,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Yeah, no, I feel the magic off that thing.
Oh, okay. That's magic. Then that doesn't need it. But yeah, he's got a sword on it, or like a knife on his tail that needs silvered, and then we're looking for like 5 to 10 silver bolts. I think that Nevena uses a crossbow, or she turns back to Thetis. Do you remember if Nevena uses a crossbow or a bow?
Nevena uses a bow.
Oh, okay. And turns back to Stud. We need like 5 silver arrows, or 5 to 10 silver arrows.
I mean, we could do 10. It's fine. Better just have them. You doing some monster hunting?
Yes, actually, we're going after a hag that has been causing some trouble for us in Angel Fall Abbey, or near Angel Fall Abbey.
Woo! You're hunting some big game.
Yes.
Alright, well, I think if we do the dagger and the cestices, I could just throw in the arrows.
Okay.
Especially if you're helping out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Steam doesn't know how to do it. I know how to do it. But, 4 hands are better than 2. Is the knife attached to him?
She turns back to Thetis. Hey, is that knife removable, or is it on your tail forever?
Oh yeah, no. And Thetis unhooks a little leather strap, and it kind of like it has like a little almost like an old prosthetic hook that would go over like a stump.
Gotcha.
Unhooks over the stump of his tail, and he takes it off and hands it to Salvo.
Oh, perfect.
It's fuck!
Probably stinks under there.
It's fine. She turns back to Stud. We'll have to make the cestices ourselves. But I like I said, I don't mind paying for materials for any of this, and helping with the crafting of it.
All right. All right. So you say cestices, I feel like, and he's just looking at Harmon. I feel like gauntlets would suit him better.
It's just he has a peculiar way of fighting, where he uses a lot of his body and needs to make sure.
He's like a pseudopod, right?
Yeah, but he has to make sure to keep his mobility, just as long as it's not weighing him down too much. Whatever works.
Okay.
I trust your professional opinion on this for sure.
I mean, if he's just not if that's not his permanent fighting form, then yeah. If he's just sort of moving around, then cestices would probably not even cestices. I feel like body wrappings with silver studs.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was thinking. Long leather straps that he could sort of wrap around his hands, but they would be able to move up and down his arms, quote unquote.
Okay. So let me just. He opens up a book, just like Cestus. All right. So if we're silvering them, that's 100 gold, and then 5 silver for the leather. Nah, just do 100 gold for that. 5 silver doesn't really mean anything when I'm already charging you 100. And then the process of silvering is just. Let's just call it. I haven't done business with a goblin like me in a while, so I'll cut you a 10% deal. We'll do it all for 180 if you're helping out.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Hey, big man! Let me see the dagger!
Yeah, Salvo hands over Thetis' dagger. Looks back at Thetis and Herman and gives him a thumbs up. I got us a good deal.
Cool.
We only need 90 gold from you, Thetis. I'm covering. I've got Herman's. Actually, no. Give me. Hold on. I gotta do some math real quick.
Take your time!
90. Yeah, you give me 45. I'm gonna take 45 out of Herman's, and then I got the rest. Don't worry.
All right. That's a good deal. Thanks.
No problem.
Alright, Stud comes over and takes measurements of Herman. Alright, I'm gonna need you to stop wobbling all over the place. Well, I mean, you can do like a little wobbling because, like, Salvo said, like, you need to, like, move around everywhere. Fuck.
Michael, you don't have to do the goblin voice. I've cursed myself with this, but you don't have to follow the same curse.
It's fine. That's why I have water. He takes measurements of Herman's forearms.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time he's done that, Steam, who comes out, is a pale-looking hobgoblin. Looks around. Oh, you got customers in here, right? You handling them, Stud? Sure I am, Steam. Right. Well, if y'all need anything, do hesitate to reach out. We're, me and, Salvo, right?
Yep, Salvo.
We're gonna be silvering some weapons, so if you want to, like, look and see how it's done, you can, but, that's gonna take a bit. Steam looks, thoughtful and then sort of nods. Always willing to learn. Alright, great. You other guys can just sort of like chill about town. It's gonna take a couple hours.
I turn back
Or
to
if you want to watch, you can also watch.
Herman and Thetis. Well, he can blow fire and he's really strong. So I don't know if you need any of that right now. And Herman can fit into crevices and can make pictures out of his body.
That's amazing. I don't need either of those right now.
Okay. Salvo just keeps looking at you guys. You guys are free to go about town if you want.
All right. Well, might as well see if they have anything good to drink in this town.
Didn't we need to question a medicine woman?
All right, we did, yeah.
The ghost of
Gosh.
Neveno speaks in your head.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah, you guys can talk to there was like a medicine woman in town, right?
Yeah, I guess I can talk to her.
Yeah, and bring Herman. His handsome face will help soothe her.
Sure, you're with me, bud.
He nods and shapes his body to a thumbs up. All right, Salvo, if you just come back, and I mean, the sooner we get to this, the better, and then Steam will be looking over us.
I am ready to go whenever you are.
All right. Go ahead and make the check with the blacksmith's tools. We'll see how long this takes.
I mean, I don't have them on me, but I can do this to make them. But I assume I'm also using theirs, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what attribute would I...
Just roll one of your other tools. We'll use your intelligence.
Gotcha. Intelligentsia. That's a 26, baby.
Jesus. You cut down on the time it takes this by a lot. You imagine that this will be done by the time the group returns from their night gathering of the Nocturne Cap.
Hell yeah.
If they return before that and then go back out, you'll definitely have it done. Wow, you definitely know your way around the forge.
Thank you. I'm a pretty quick learner. And I really like working with my hands. She looks at Stud and sort of like looks at him for a little bit as they're working. It's like, where are you from, by the way?
Oh, I'm from up north. I'm from the city, Erelon.
Okay.
The Roots district.
Gotcha.
Pa came down here, seeking a bit of a better life. Not that Erelon ain't great, but like they don't have a whole need for metal workers.
Yeah, lots of druids and hunters, and don't really need plate armor or anything like that there.
I mean, he just wanted a place where he could like work in solitude. He actually he like looks one way and the other. He was actually working on something that an old cohort from Undermountain was showing him, but could never sort of nail down.
Really?
Yeah, there's he sort of looks just
I can keep my lips shut, don't worry.
you heard of a firearm? Like not like a bow, but like something that fires like metal pellets.
No, okay, yeah, like I love explosives. I work with explosives. I've heard the theory of like making a miniaturized container for explosives, like scaling down a cannon, basically.
Yeah. So my my pa's old cohort, not mine. He was just like Uncle Dookie.
Uncle Dookie, okay.
Uncle Dookie.
Mike?
You could have the other two.
Mike?
You could have the other two.
Mike, this makes me very happy. Please continue adding Dookie family members to the world. That is all.
But he came across some old Val Rubin schematics about something that they had before, the world went to shit. And he sort of looks this way and that. I have the schematics on me. So, I mean, if you're good at working with metal, I don't know how long you're going to be in town, but I could use someone with your skill.
Yeah, I would love to help you with that. I mean, we're. She kind of thinks for a second. I mean, we're definitely going to be here right now for a couple of days. We're heading out to fight a hag, so that's going to take some time. But, I mean, I would love to help you with this. And like I said, I'm really good at, keeping my mouth shut, so you don't have to worry about me spilling the beans.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. He just sort of smirks. It's been a while since I've been able to since I've seen another goblin.
Yeah.
I mean, Ratface is in town, but like he loves his pile of junk.
It's not
His
really,
pile of junk.
not really giving a good name to goblin kind.
I mean,
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Like his services are like shady. Like it's like all luck based, really. But like, I think he can
big
sometimes
into gambling. Gotcha.
Yeah. But I mean, he's just like he's a bit crazy.
Gotcha. Is he also from Airlawn, or was he like a?
I don't know where he's from.
He.
I think he might just be a Feywild goblin.
Okay, he might be a Feywild goblin. Might be like a cave goblin or something.
Yeah.
Feral turned civilized.
Whatever it is, he has he has the business acumen to do what he does, and the guard don't really care. I think the guards like to go in there more than the people do.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure my dad would like him.
Oh, are you from Airlawn?
Kind of looks at you, looks at him, thinks for a second. I don't like to talk too much about it, but yeah. You're trusting me. The least I can do is I can trust you.
You're fine.
Yeah, I grew up in Airlawn.
Oh, that's cool. Since you've already expressed that you don't really like talking about it, he doesn't really pressure you. But yeah, we'll sort of let them do their crafting and their goblin talk.
They're chit-chatting.
Yep. Thetis, you're going to the medicine woman. Well, medicine people. The healers. With Herman. Herman just sort of steps next to you and points back to the shop and then a question mark. Sort of like convening the message. Do you think she'll be okay?
I'm sorry. You cut out for me real quick. What was that last thing you said?
He makes a gesture back to the town, or back to the shop, and then forms his body into a question mark. It's just sort of like conveying the general message. Do you think she's gonna be okay? We've already split the party.
Salvo? Oh, yeah. She can take care of herself. And I'm sure if something goes wrong, we'll find out because something will probably blow up. And we'll rush back over. To be honest, I'm kind of glad that I got this assignment. I need some time to question some people about some stuff. I don't. Out of character, what were we gonna question this medicine woman about?
I believe Alun mentioned a sister Hazel who offered medical remedies to, and she traveled up and down the roads. So
to see if they know her and know where like her base might be, because we're pretty sure that is the same hag woman.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm sure we can get some information out of this woman without causing any trouble. It's not like she's involved, hopefully. And honestly, between you, me, and the wall, Herman, I also want to see if anybody knows anything about the laughing skull around here.
Nods.
I don't really like what happened back in town, and I don't like lying to people. That was kind of my fault, and I'm still kind of pissed off about that.
All right.
So we'll see if anybody knows anything, but you got my back just in case, right?
He flexes.
All right, let's do it. So I guess we'll head towards the medicine woman's
right.
abode.
Riley, I'm sending you a DM real quick.
Ooh. I look forward to it.
Oh,
I see
might
it.
already.
Oh, she's not in the room with me, but I can send her a DM.
I don't know. Well, however that works. Oh, she's replying. Never mind. Not necessary.
Okay.
All right. So, as you go to the sort of like clinic area that we have here in Argon Heights, you see that there's a few guards sort of getting patched up by people. They sort of look at you, then just return to what they're doing. An elderly, sort of kindly like furball woman sort of looks to you and just like, oh, hello, dear. Welcome to the Argon Heights Clinic. Is there anything I can do for you?
Yeah, actually, my name is Thetis. This is my friend Herman. We were actually wondering if we could ask you a couple questions. We're newcomers to the town, and
Of course.
we're looking for for somebody.
Okay.
Do you mind if I come in and sit down? And
Of course. Come in. She brings you into a sort of waiting room. There's a couple chairs situated around a fire somewhere, just sort of sit right around like a side table. She brings you into one of those areas and just like sort of like dusts off the chairs and just like, sure, go ahead and make yourself comfortable.
thank you. So Thetis will take a seat. So my friends and I are looking for a woman named Sister. What was Sister Hazel?
Yes.
Sister Hazel.
Oh, yeah. She's gonna roll and see. I don't know much about Sister Hazel myself, but one of my temporary apprentices is, I think, more familiar with a Sister Hazel. You said?
Yes, Sister Hazel, correct.
Let me go see if she's working with anyone. Excuse me for just one quick moment.
And I kind of like does she like can I like kind of keep an eye on her as she does she seem like worried or anything like that at the mention?
She was thinking and then she stumbled upon something and then thought and it was just like even without sort of making an insight check here, she doesn't want to give you wrong information.
Okay.
So she would rather pass you off to someone who would have a better chance of knowing about someone than lead you astray with rumors that she's heard.
Gotcha.
All right. So she like goes to the back, and after a few moments of like quiet discussion, she's going to bring out a very short, very thin woman dressed in dark earth toned leathers, wearing this big scarf, a stag skull amulet. Her eyes are opalescent and her skin is slightly shimmery. Her ears are finned, and her eyes are like dark circles, like she hasn't slept in a bit. And something that you particularly notice as she's like walking over to you, her shadow is really dark. Um, uh, and the head healer here is just like, this is one of my temporary interns. Her name is Galen, and she she's actually here to learn a bit from us. She's actually from Angel Rest, I think. She worked for someone there and was sent over here for supplies. But the roads have been so treacherous that she hasn't been able to make her way back. So I've been taking her under my wing. So I think she knows a bit something about Sister Hazel, don't you, Galen, dear? And she sort of like nods. I do. Um. So the head healer, the furbolg woman, sort of just like gestures. I can go ahead and put a kettle on if you guys like. While you guys talk about whatever you need to talk about.
That'd be nice. Thank you.
Of course. And the furbolg woman goes back into the back. Galen sort of looks at you for a moment, so like gazing into you for like what seems like maybe a second too long, and then just sort of like sits. Uh, so you want to know about Sister Hazel?
I do. Yes.
What do you what do you want to know about her?
I mean, do you know where she resides currently? What kind of person is she? Like, I've
She's
heard stories, that she's around here and that she's, she has a reputation, I suppose, for working with healers and whatnot. I just would
she
let my party's interested in meeting her.
well, Sister Hazel is a very knowledgeable woman. I mean, she knows her ways around herbal medications. I was lucky to pick up a few things from her myself. I wouldn't call her nice, but I mean, for what she does, she's kind. She provides and makes medicines for people. She makes other herbal concoctions. Um, I'm I've never been to her house, but said that she has a hut up the northern road before you reach Erlon. I've never been there myself again, but she reminds me of my old mistress a
Oh,
bit.
how so? Just attitude wise, or
You know, Galen sort of gives a slight smile. Well, she's certainly kinder than my old mistress. Um, more patient even. Uh, I the matron said that you were from Angel Rest, right?
Correct.
I used to live on a house bordering the forest with my old mistress there. She taught me a lot of what I know about medicine.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Um, and I mean, the matron here and Sister Hazel have all been very kind to teach me about various healing uh practices that aren't, necessarily magical.
Anything special in particular that you're impressed that they knew or anything like that?
Sister Hazel was really good at depressants, things that help you go to sleep.
Hmm. Really interesting.
And things to, just, like calm you down. That's not to say that she didn't also know a variety of just, let's say, commercial depressants.
Hmm. Did she ever? I mean, did she ever work with people while they slept or anything like that to treat any illnesses or anything like that?
Well, lots of healers work with people while they sleep. It's the body's already trying to heal itself, so we just facilitate that process better when they're asleep. But like I said, she's never come into town and worked with anyone while they were sleeping. She just sort of sells things to help them sleep. I,
Okay.
I haven't had the good fortune to be apprenticed by Sister Hazel. I just have I picked up a few things and a few of her products I use.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I appreciate the knowledge, anything you're able to give me on her. Just it's good to know for when I go to see her myself.
Are you ill?
Me not particularly, but you know, there are people in Angel's Rest that might need help, and it's a we have a couple smart people in my group, so it's always good to know these sorts of things.
Um, you feel she looks at you like again, uh, like not directly at you, but like through you. Oh, but you have so much pain in your past. Are you sure you're okay?
I've I mean I've had better days. It's been a while, I suppose, since I've had a good day, but I'm surviving. Isn't that what we
The
do? Just kind of survive day to day.
small smile comes to her face. It's like, yeah, sometimes all we can do is survive. I'm. I don't know your story, but I'm sorry what's ever happened to you has brought you the strife that it has.
Well, that's the good thing about strife and living through it is that it will only make you stronger. And if you take that strife, you can turn it into something a little bit more positive, hopefully.
You said the people of Angel Rest were in trouble,
Yeah,
right?
the town is not in a very safe state. So we've been tasked to help them out.
My mistress sent me out of town uh, a month and a half ago to go learn over the matron here, and then I heard the star hit the Abbey, so I guess I've just been curious to hear about some news, but not a whole lot of news has been coming through. So, if it's not too much trouble, if once you guys go back that way, I'd like to, return to the house, see if I can help those people.
Really, you'd want to come help?
Well, I mean, that's what. I mean, I'm a healer. That's what I do. I make medicines for people. I take care of people that are sick. Um. Uh. I mean, the guards always were a bit wary of coming to the hut, but I mean, no. Miss Denalia was always kind when I dropped off medicine at the Rose Barracks. So if they need my help, then I want to be where I'm helpful.
I think we'll take you up on that. I'm sure the people of Angel's Rest would very much appreciate all the help they can get.
She smiles and nods. Well, uh, whenever you head back, please let me know so I can gather my things. The people of this town are kind, but this was always just a temporary occupation.
Okay. Well, I'll be sure to do that. Again, thank you for all your help with everything. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Of course. What was your name again?
Thetis.
Galen.
Pleasure.
She shakes your hand. Thetis, are you wearing any silver on you?
I am currently getting something worked on to have silver on me.
This is Michael to Ron.
Oh, no.
All right.
Currently no, I do not have anything silver on.
All right. Do you have silver in your
Shame.
pockets?
I have some gold pieces. Let's see. I got a potion, my shield. No, nothing silver on me.
All right. Okay. Um, Galen just sort of smiles at you and nods. Um, I'll be waiting.
Okay. Herman, do you have anything to add, bud?
He looks at the woman. She looks back at him, sort of mimics his gesture. He shows a thumbs up to you and just like, no, it's good.
All right.
What a curious companion you have.
Oh, you should see the rest of the group. He's probably the most
Oh?
normal out of all of us.
Well, I'm not really in a place to call anyone normal.
What
She
is
said.
normal anyway? I mean,
Boring.
I
Normal is
agree.
boring. She sort of laughs. Did you have anything else you wanted to ask?
I don't think so at the moment. I mean, we got Sister Hazel's location. Got a little information about what she does. I mean, I don't think so.
All right. So, we're gonna fast forward in time a bit to nighttime. Going back out to the scavenging party. You guys have gathered plenty amount of wolfsbane, probably a comically large amount, more than anyone could probably use, feasibly. You could probably sell it to like an alchemist or something. Um, but then towards the nighttime, I'll guess you guys move down towards the lake. You start to whoever we'll divide this because in the clear waters about 15 feet down in this lake you see that there's some clams and there's probably some mushrooms starting to grow rather rapidly, not like Sorug mentioned that they would grow rather quickly, so it's not like an alarming rate. So I'm going to have 3 separate checks here. One of you can keep an eye out, one of you can pick the mushroom, and one of you can start diving for clams.
I am diving for clams.
Should we? Which is more important, do you think, the clams or the mushrooms?
Probably the mushrooms, but I'm more experienced with clams.
The mushrooms. I'm not particularly good at identifying mushrooms. How do you feel on that, Lucky?
I have a hunch that either way it will go well.
I think you've probably actually studied mushrooms quite a bit more than me, so I'll go on the lookout.
All right.
Right.
I'm gonna be super quick with the clams though. So if you guys need help when I'm done, I can help.
Let me help you, Roach, and I will give you an 18 for your roll.
Oh!
The lake in front of you, you'll see that it goes from its regular calm form to just rippling wildly as if like hundreds of people are just treading through the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually the ripples will coalesce into one path that you seem to see that is an optimal future in clam hunting.
That's really cool. So did you already see me get the clams real good? Is that how this works? This is pretty cool, man. No, don't tell me. It'll ruin the surprise. I'm gonna go diving. Okay, I'll be back soon.
Roll. What is your athletics modifier?
My athletics modifier is 0, a fat 0.
All right.
But for backstory reasons, could I say I have a proficiency in clam diving? I don't know.
No proficiency in clam diving. It's just you're diving down, you're grabbing the clam.
Yeah, man. There's an art to it.
I can give you advantage. We'll see if you can outroll an 18.
I mean, I just get an 18 with that.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay. I mean, so I guess if I outroll an 18, it means that you don't need to use the 18. Is that how that works, or is it already used?
I'll allow it.
Because it's like a reactionary thing,
I
right?
don't know the timing.
It's an 18!
You come to realize that Lucky truly did send you on the best path.
Wow. This guy's pretty cool, man. This guy, he knows what's up. That's pretty awesome.
Alright, I want you to roll me 4d4.
Glad. God, we're gonna eating good tonight.
You're able to get 12 clams.
Let's go.
Lucky. Go ahead and make me a nature check.
What's this for?
Are you doing the mushroom?
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
Okay, I'm gonna give myself a 13 then, and make it a 17.
All right. You, I think, watch for a little bit to see like the life cycle of this mushroom. It like puffs up really big and then lets out this spore, this like this puff of spores, and then just sort of like shrinks down and goes back into the earth, and then a couple more just sort of like come up. You grab the stalk at its near its. You don't want to like risk it blowing up, so you harvest two of them when they're sort of at their biggest, so you can have two nocturne cap. Actually, roll me 2d4.
2d4.
Yeah.
2d4.
You're able to get 4 nocturne caps.
Okay.
And then Navana, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Right.
I didn't see shit.
Roll 2d12.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Double 12s.
Well, lads.
Navana, nothing happens.
Yay!
Like, because you didn't see it?
If a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to see it, did it really fall?
But I think you guys are able to return with your findings. I think at the exact same time that Salvo, you finished the silver and Stud has pulled out the other schematics, and you guys are sort of looking at how best to handle like the barrel.
Right.
By the time everyone starts to convene and maybe like Thetis from the bar just like comes to fetch you.
Oh,
Is a
crap.
quick
I just
note.
realized I forgot to ask her that question.
What's up?
I forgot to ask her about the laughing skulls.
They just probably would have remembered, right?
Yeah, you can still ask her.
Galen doesn't know anything about the well, Galen does know about the laughing skulls being from Angel Rest, but she tells you she doesn't know anything specific. Like she just knows that they're a band of misfits and former townsfolk that spend a lot of their time in the forest to the east of Angel Rest.
The East of Angel. Okay. All right. Well, all right. Then that kind of answers my question for now.
And you guys notice then Lucky returns with his mushrooms, and when he regroups with everyone, that he seems a bit different. You know,
Oh,
perhaps a bit more in the present, you could say.
interesting.
Hmm.
Somebody had fun on their trip.
I
In a
guess
very
maybe
good mood.
the group just happens upon the steam and stud, I guess. And you hear your party approaching Salvo. And Stud just sort of like looks up. Oh! Well, I mean, time really flies. I think I hear your party coming.
Time flies when you're having fun. I will try to make it back after we deal with what we're dealing with.
Sure. I think I'm gonna try and convince the mayor to give me some good wood for this stock and work on that.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Then, do I have sulfur here? Gonna need to make some gunpowder, I think.
I can look for bat leavings. I know that helps with making gunpowder on my route. See if I can collect some on the way.
Ooh, that would be good. That would be good. Fresh gunpowder, I think, would work best.
Okay. Stud, it was very nice to meet you. Steam, you as well.
Steam replies in Goblin, much more country like. It was a sure right pleasure to meet you too.
Gives them both like very polite little bows, and rushes outside to meet up with Thetis. Hello, Thetis. How are you doing?
I had a very weird conversation, but I'm okay.
That's how it goes sometimes.
I'll say. How was the smithing?
It was a breeze. Check it out.
I had no doubt in my mind that you would do great.
I hand over his silver tail blade, and I also hand over the silver-studded leather wraps for Herman.
You see Herman and looks at them, ingests them, and then they sort of like go into him and then pop out on his arms.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
And it is at this moment Novena, Lucky, and Roach are returning.
Hello.
I got clams!
Yes, you have the other things we actually set out to get.
And the other stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're 5 gold a pop, and I got 12 of them.
So
And
you did a little
Who
bit of
wanted
wanted,
the clams?
believe the client.
Rat face.
Oh yes, rat face.
The rat nest.
Mm-hmm. Mama Roach is gonna get up into the rat nest.
Alright. It is a bit dark, but the current places open are the Rotten Apple, and further down the line, you can see a smaller, nondescript store labeled the Rat Nest.
Nice. But yeah, there was a job on the job board to collect clams, and we were already by the water to get the flowers and the mushrooms, and we thought we'd take it up. So we have all the stuff. We can go see the hunter, and Salvo, you can learn how to make that cool oil, and then we can also sell all these clams.
And
you said the
we also
clams
have-
were for rat face?
Yeah, Ratface was buying them 5 gold a pop, so I took him up on it.
Yeah, he's at the inn.
Oh hell yeah, let's go to the inn.
Yeah, he's a
You know Ratface?
goblin. I know. I
Nice.
met another goblin here in town.
Oh, cool. There's like that means there's a couple goblins. I wonder if they came from the goblin hole too.
There's a small goblin community. We don't know where Ratface comes from, so he might come
Oh,
from the goblin hole.
interesting. That's spooky.
Yeah,
Well, I guess we'll have to ask him.
we can try and find out.
Okay, cool.
So, do you want to... well, you go into the inn. Do you want to talk to Ratface first, or do you want to get some drinks?
You get some drinks, you know. Take a load off.
Okay. So, getting into the Rotten Apple Thetis, you've already been in here for a bit. But the proprietress seems to be a small salt and pepper haired halfling woman who is just happily minding the bar while a variety of bartenders are going to and fro. There seems to be a light jaunty tune being played by a pink-haired, blue-skinned tiefling in the corner. Just seems like she's like a traveling minstrel. The interiors seems warm and welcoming for a tavern. Um, uh, a a server comes up and invites you guys in, gets you seated. This server is a human man around his late 20s. Is like, hey, so welcome to Rotten Apple. Pleasure to have all you here tonight. You guys must be the new adventuring group in town. I've heard a bit about, not so much. The oh God, what did Patience say? Inkwell Rat Desk.
That's us.
I look at Roach and Avena.
Wasn't me. It wasn't me. Avena's a genius.
Well, we needed a name, so I just came up with one on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
We have to talk about this name.
Yeah, but how great it is.
We can workshop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got potential. I'm not going to say it doesn't have potential, but it needs some work.
But
Worst I've ever heard.
What? No, it can't be the worst you've ever
No,
heard.
not the worst I've ever heard.
Oh, okay, I misheard you. Good. It's not the worst you've ever heard.
there it is, Herman. You guys are part of this group?
Oh, yeah.
Alright. What can I get y'all started tonight? We have a good a jerked chicken patty. Have a stew, a creamy chicken stew with dumplings. And then we just have like roasted boar with some skillet potatoes.
Let me get the stew. Just something with a lot of calories. I gotta work out. I'm gonna have to do tomorrow.
Gotcha. Alright. What about for the rest of you?
We can have the roasted boar and maybe some ale.
Okay.
Second of that.
Jerked chicken patty sounds great.
Alright.
And do you guys have liquor?
We have a couple selections on our shelf.
How much is a bottle of hard liquor?
How hard are you talking?
Probably like between 100 and 150 proof, if you have it.
Oh, you're looking for frosted moonshine. Okay, you want a whole, I hesitate to call it a bottle.
A jug or bottle, whatever the container
Jug,
comes in, yeah.
A jug, yeah.
How much is a jug of moonshine run?
About 50 gold.
Okay. Jan's over 50 gold.
Oh, alright.
And she puts that in her bag of holding. Okay, now to drink, can I get, do you do like mixed drinks with like lime or lemons in them?
We just got in a shipment of, Calistan limes, a couple weeks ago, so.
Yeah, you could do like rum and lime and like some simple syrup and like some ice, some crushed ice.
Okay, yeah, I can see that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, can I get a double of that?
Well, alright, that'll put you back about 2 gold.
Okay.
Alright.
And how much for the jerk chicken patty?
Are y'all staying the night with us or just grabbing dinner?
I think we're
We
staying the night,
probably
right?
should stay the night.
Yeah, we're staying.
Yeah.
How many rooms?
Mm. I look to everybody else. One big bed?
Yeah.
Several beds in one room.
What, do you have like a big suite? Or is it like singles and doubles?
I mean, we have the Lord suite for when like the Lord doesn't want to go back up to like it's a pretty big to do. It's like runs people like 20 gold a night.
Mm-hmm. How many beds does it have?
As one big central bed, and then just like plenty of like comfortable sleeping arrangements, like couches and whatnot.
Pullouts, okay. Okay.
How much is a regular room?
Oh, like 2 gold.
We should get several regular rooms.
Oh, come on!
We won't always be fortunate in our adventuring, and I think we should be a little bit thrifty.
Oh, being frugal? What are you, some kind of frugal person?
Yeah.
Okay, no, you're no fun, Nirvana.
Splashing gold is also a very good way to get robbed.
You think we're gonna get robbed?
Yes.
I'd look at like Thetis and Roach and Herman.
At this moment, just due to the tonality and like I'm assuming like sheer volume of your voice, you are attracting eyes.
That's okay. I just look at our group though, and then I look at Nirvana and I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess I can understand where you're coming from. I lean over.
Seems a bit annoyed.
I lean over like to Herman and like Roach, and I'm like, she's got pretty privilege.
Yeah, but, like, you know, I don't think she realizes that like we're the people that do the robbing.
Yeah, I know. It's fine.
Okay.
Were we robbing?
No.
No one yet.
No, we're
Nobody
not
yet.
robbing. Anyway, I guess we'll get 3 or 4 regular rooms. I don't know how you guys want to split up. Me and Herman can share a room, for sure.
All right, that's one room.
I don't know. Nirvana, you want to bunk mate?
Sure. We'll bunk this time. We'll try it.
Yeah,
I don't snore that much.
And then Roach and Lucky, you guys can share a room, right?
Yeah, sure.
As long as there's two beds.
I can
We
take
have
a floor.
doubles. We have doubles.
Okay. Well, that's 2 doubles and a single.
And a side of fries.
Well, okay,
That's
that's okay.
funny.
Two doubles,
Thanks.
single, a side of.
How much is that going to cost?
I think all thing total with the shot, is just gonna run you just short of
Double animal style.
Oh
With
my
the extra
goodness.
sauce?
I think that runs you about 8 gold.
Here, I'll pay for the rooms.
I hand her 2 clams.
You hand the waiter 2 clams.
Oh, sorry. You don't take these, do you?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
right.
My bad.
Do you know where Ratface is?
Oh, yeah! You know where my face is?
I think he is. You just hear a loud crashing, and you see this guy just like clench his like eyes shut as the crashing just keeps happening in like one of the It's not like an in room. It's just like one of those like community rooms. He's just like, without opening his eyes, he gestures with his thumb to that room over there.
Ooh, okay. I'll be right back with like plenty of cash. 1 second, hold that thought. And I jump down from the stool and I scuttle away and I drop a clam. I imagine I'm holding out my shirt and I just had a bunch of clams in the little pocket that it makes.
It clatters as you walk.
Yeah, it's clattering while I'm walking, and I totter away with all the clams, just really satisfied with myself.
Well, you hear the waiter muttering under his breath. Approaching the door, you open it, and you can just see in the room. There's just a large pile of wooden, discarded wooden stuff. And at first you look around, you don't see anybody. And then a head of sort of this lime green goblin skin pops out. There!
Hello! I saw your message on the job board. I brought clams!
Ooh! A lime green goblin with a very ratty leather apron with a picture of a rat on the torso. Whoa! Hey! You look
Hi!
beautiful!
Oh, thank you. You're not so bad looking yourself.
Oh, I'm Ratface.
Hi, Ratface. I'm Roach. How'd you get that name, by the way? I like it a lot.
He turns around, and then when he comes back, his head's been replaced with the head of a rat.
Is that permanent?
No!
Oh, darn. That's okay. You look really cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got some clams, right?
Okay.
How many were you expecting from one person when you put that notice out?
I was expecting 5.
I have 12.
That is crazy.
I know.
I'd never expected a pretty lady to come in here with 12 clams.
Oh my
Luckily,
gosh,
I have the
Ratface.
money for that.
You're such a flatterer. Oh my gosh.
He dives into one the pile of wooden things, comes out with the purse, and he hands you just straight up 6 platinum.
Oh my! Oh, thank you. Here, take all the clams.
Oh,
And
thank
please-
you.
Your rat face is just amazing. I have to say, you look.
Your rat clothes are really amazing too.
Thanks. I've been, it's so nice to meet someone who appreciates the hobby. I'd say ratting is a hobby.
You should, if I don't know how long you're in town, but you should stop by the rat nest sometime.
I totally should. You're so right. Is that I heard it's a shop, right? Is that your business?
It is. It is.
Wow.
Me and my brothers run it, but I mean,
Oh,
the best one, obviously.
Well, yeah, of course. You're the one that's rat themed,
Yeah.
and you're quite a handsome rat, I must say.
Oh, shush. He flips you another platinum coin.
Oh my goodness.
It's good service.
Well, I mean, I won't say no to a tip. Thank you.
You know what? You should, stop by sometime.
Okay.
Okay,
I will. Okay, I will.
friend.
I'll stop by. Okay, I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
He hops into the pile with his clams. And as you scurry back to the group, that is where we're gonna call it, because the cutoff is 11 p.m. as I recall reading today.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so calming down. Recap, Ron, if you need to go. It was a pleasure having you.